right now, visitation for Officer Jason Harris just got underway at First Baptist on Main Street in Spartanburg.
Harris, as you know, died from his injuries after an on-duty motorcycle crash last week. We go now to 7 News reporter Brianna Smith, who is at the visitation. Brianna.
Hi, Gordon. Yeah, First Baptist Church is right behind us, and we've seen droves of officers coming in tonight to pay their respects. Strangers and also family members coming to make sure that they are paying their respects to Officer Harris. Now, while he did die while responding for backup on duty last week, now many men and women who served behind him on his 13 years on the force talked about him. And tonight we're showing you who Officer Harris was beyond the badge. Amidst the notes of prayer and teddy bears sits a few cans of chips.
Put some Pringle cans on it there.
Not for a snack, but for a smile to remember a fallen officer.
He put a bullet hole in the Pringles can. So after that incident happened, he was called Pringle.
James Bogan worked beside Jason for 8 years, also serving on the SWAT team in the motorcycle patrol, soon becoming good friends, their families vacationing together and leaning on each other in times of need.
The same excitement, the smile that he had at work, and everybody talks about downtown, how he's at work and happy and everything, he brought that to his personal life.
A personal life that revolved around his family.
His kids were probably the most important thing to him, more so than his job.
And his beloved bike.
If the sun was shining, he was riding the motorcycle.
A clean-cut appearance that didn't stop when he took the uniform off.
The shirt had to be pressed, the hair had, we always called it hair product. Like, how much hair product do you put in that?
The teasing and the jokes between this tight-knit group never stopped.
They did some undercover work one time, and he dyed the tips of his hair blonde. So we called him Sonic the Hedgehog.
Though it was the jokes that brought them closer, the motorcycles made them inseparable, which is why this weekend James chose to ride, to remember.
He would have. So.
Jason would have been there with you?
Well, if it hadn't been me, he'd have rode.
As he mourns the loss of not just an officer.
This time I lost a friend.
Is going to go until 8 o'clock tonight, so people are going to continue to come in here to First Baptist Church and pay their respects to the department and their family. You know, as I was talking to Bogan, he said, don't just think about this department. Make sure you're thinking about his wife and those 3 children that he leaves behind, because that is the most devastating part. We're live in Spartanburg tonight. Brianna Smith, 7 News.
So usually, and unfortunately, there's a usually with these officer funerals, officers from the whole region will show up at a visitation. Are you seeing that kind of support out there today?
Yeah, it's hard to see across the street exactly what badges, but so far I've seen Greenville police showing up here tonight. You know, they just went through their own tragedy with Officer Jacobs just a year ago. And I was speaking to the Spartanburg Police Department. I said, who are you surprised about that's coming down? He said there's a motorcycle unit from Virginia. There's people coming from the Texas Department of Safety motorcycle unit. So when these motorcycle officers are involved, you're going to see a big drove of those type of officers coming to support.
Yeah, it's good to see all that support, too. Brianna Smith, thank you for that. And Upstate Business is printing special T-shirts to honor Officer Harris under the Carolina moon, taking pre-orders for the shirt. Yeah, you can see them being made here. They cost a little under $15, but the money they raise will help benefit the Harris family.
Officers, for the families to see these shirts months down the road and know that there's people praying for them, that care about them, and appreciate what they give and sacrifice for us. That's our hope, is just to show that to them.
All right, so if you see the shirt, you'd like to help out, you can head over to WSPA.com. There is a link there to help you get one of those shirts for yourself.